No. I went live. Oh, I thought it was still loading. Oh.
Wait, mine didn't go through then?
I don't know. It just... I thought it was...
I'll send you the Richard Nixon.
All right, we're kicking George out now. This is his fault now.
He's just fingering the
What
phone.
the hell's the finger doing? All right, we've got to get rid of that. Bloody hell, we're going to get banned for that. What was that all about? Bloody hell, lad. Ridiculous there, mate. All right, then. I'm going to share the stream about a bit. Obviously, as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about the most heated beef in the history of the universe. These two lads should be running for a general election in 2024. Forget Kieran Boris.
I don't think one of them's not going to run, are they? And that's coming from me.
Bricks is here. How's it going, Bricks? Bricks is
check the chat that I just...
George, not this again! No, George, you always do this. You always say, check chat, check chat, check chat. But the problem is, but no one understands what's going on. No one understands.
George, it doesn't make any sense.
And then it's just, I farted and it stinks. That's all you've put. And then a name which we're not going to say because we'll get carpet bombed. Honestly. How's it going, Bricks, man? You all right? It's good of you to join, Bricks, because obviously you don't know. Well, you Americans and everyone on Club Brick probably has no idea who the hell Callum's Corner and King Ian Moore are. So, oh no, I just called him King. Oh shit, that totally.
Oh no.
Oh, that totally goes. If Ian sees this, he's gonna go, oh, so these guys called me a king, but he put me as a jester, so fuck you. That's right.
No, you have, us two haven't yet.
True, yeah, I failed. George and Aaron are still successes. They still have
calling it in the melted snow, man.
Melted snow, man.
That's what it looks like.
No, to be fair, you said that right before the podcast, and it's still, I don't know why, it just tickles me. All right, then. Let's share this about to the Callum's Corner server, then hopefully some people tune in. I hope so, and then we can go into the cheeky beef.
I'm going to do something. Tell me if this looks like it. Looks like not the person that was talking about. If I do this, hang on.
No, I think his face is too sort of thin. His cheeks are as big as his shoulders, I think.
Shots.
Hang on.
Shit.
Well, you know something? You're right, Haykill, YTP. I'm just trying to keep on top of the
here. Yeah, up. How are we, lads? Not
you know something that I know.
Yeah,
apparently, Ian Moore is 6'4". Apparently.
Are you serious? He looks about 5'2". No,
well, 6'4" wide.
No. Honestly, he looks about 6 foot because he's quite long, but his body's about 7 foot in it. So
Humper size, you mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, I think he might have just said it because he's heard Callum's Corner 6'5", and he might have said, you know, just
why would he only want to be 1 inch smaller though? Surely you want to be a bit as tall or taller.
I'm not too sure, to be honest, but apparently I've just heard somewhere that he's really, really well.
Oh yeah, this was horrific. Ian, basically, there was this 16-year. No, they joined. These people were in a call with him because this came up when I was looking at stuff about Ian Moore, and then he kept saying, "Oh, show me your face, show me your face." And I'm thinking, what a bloody creep, what an absolute scumbag piece of shit. This is why I'm so aggressive towards him. Because why the fuck? I mean, first off, you shouldn't force people to show their face on stream anyway. You shouldn't be like, show your face, show your face. If they don't want to, then that's fair enough. The only time you should maybe, you know, not force them to, but if they say, oh, you look like a waste of time, you look like an absolute buffoon, you big blob, and then you can say, well, at least I'm showing my face. I know I'm not a big blob, but you know what I mean.
I was going to say, I know it sounds a bit random, but in that Jersey Boy stream, I'm going to mention that a lot, but you know when Ian Moore said that he worked for that, is it in that IT consultant place and he made loads of money off it?
But I thought he doesn't even work anymore.
Well, apparently he works for a sex line.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
I'm being serious.
No, Aaron, this is bollocks. This is some of your
No. I will.
Does he have a Twitter or Discord? Or like,
I think he just uses TikTok, to be honest, because he can nonce on a lot of people on there.
Disgusting.
I was gonna like link him this stream and try and see if he replies to us. That would be
I
funny.
was
That
gonna
would.
say I'll put this in the Discord as well. It's a link to the Jersey Boy stream for anyone wondering. It's a very good video, sort of going over Ian Moore, because the guy, it's a bit weird, but the guy who did his diss track on Callum's Corner, he's the guy who features in that stream, basically.
Oh,
Quote
the
unquote
dude who he
exposing.
hired up to get to this diss track.
Yeah, and it turns out that guy who's 17 is his manager, and Ian Moore nonced on him.
That's why they fell out then.
Pretty much, and then Ian Moore doxed him on stream.
What an absolute scum! Can we just go back to the thing that video?
Oh,
though,
yeah,
it was one of the most disgusting things I'd ever seen because he kept telling him to show his face, and then I was trying not to pay attention to a lot of it because it was just weird. And then I heard Ian say, "I'm straight, don't worry," something weird like that, and I just turned the video off. I couldn't be arsed with it anymore. I thought, what is this imbecile doing? Why does he have to do this stuff? You know, and forcing people to show their faces and being an absolute creep, being a bloody nonce. What the hell's going on? I mean, honestly, they need to lock him up doing this sort of stuff. I mean, this is just next level disgusting. If he had people, no, can I just say, if he had people on his stream and he was talking civil, talking normal to them, that's fine. But if you're noncing on people or being a creep or being an arsehole to people, then you're a piece of shit. So
Yeah.
I've got a question for you. Do you think they've got a jail big enough for him?
Anyway.
That's an actual serious question. Looking at him, I couldn't think of a jail.
Well, anyways.
Wait, what was? I don't know what George was on about.
George was saying, is there a jail big enough for him more? Because I said they need to lock him up for his antics.
Oh, well, they could probably just throw him back in the sea or something. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
All right, I just want to say I'm not taking the mick out of his way or anything. I'm just saying.
Thing is, if anyone could see how big Aaron was.
I'm not that big. I'm like a third of the size.
No, yeah, Aaron ain't anywhere near. Aaron's sort of, you're more like, you're a bit big, but you're not like anywhere. You're not near like seriously hurting yourself level, are you?
It's like I've put on. It's like
you're like Jabba the Hutt when he was like young and in shape. If that's
it's like the guy who let himself go, but then can get back to normality.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm not too far gone. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. Yeah. Ian said to the 16-year-old lad, "Don't worry, I'm only playing with you." Not well. I mean, this is just disgusting. He said, "I'm only playing with you, not literally." I mean, why does he have to say disgusting stuff
that's
like that?
like sandpepper, isn't it? Like it's only a prank when he's done all the stuff that he's done.
I don't know who Sandpepper is.
I'm not too familiar. Well, I know who he is, but I'm not sure with all.
Did these pranks gone wrong by there was one where they put all Trump stickers over a car, then hired some coloured people to basically go and smash it up and basically make coloured people look bad in that video, and he played it off as real, and he was touching women in other videos.
What a horrible bloke, getting people to vandalise people's property and touching up women. Disgusting. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah, and he played it off as it was just a prank or a social experiment. So it's kind of that same line, I feel like.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Aaron?
I was going to say, wasn't there that video where that Sandpepper basically sort of he made this scenario and that made it look like one of his friends got shot in front of his other friends, and it looked really real.
Oh,
and just played off as
Sam and Colby, that was.
That's absolutely horrible.
I know this is a bit random to bring it back to Ian Moore, but I was just going to say, have you seen, well, not the stream, but the video going over it about he's on TikTok Live and he's pretty much touching himself, talking to little kids, asking them for their phone numbers.
So is he just like rubbing his belly or doing worse stuff? I mean, rubbing your belly's quite strange to do that to.
Well, the camera. Well, this is quite fortunate, but the camera doesn't sort of show below the belt. But he's lying on his side, and he's asking for people to put their phone numbers in chat, and his hand is going in a certain motion, and he's going to phone these people and talk. It's disgusting.
God.
Why isn't he arrested yet? Why hasn't he been arrested? I mean, he's doing this on
Just
video.
take him behind the barn.
Well, the thing is, he's been to the police, and apparently the police have cleared him, and he's got proof. So the police
Cleared?
Yeah, he's been to the police because he did something about 6 months ago, and he's cleared
Are
of
these the
everything.
police who have been locked up for doing disturbing stuff? What the hell is this?
I honestly have no idea, but it's messed up.
How's this possible, though? How can he get away with this disgusting stuff when it's on video? How the fuck can these lunatics clear him when this shit's on video? I've made a YTP of Ian Moore. Well, we've seen the toss pot one, but that was quite funny. Yeah, fair play, lad. Fair play. But that's disgusting that they have this on video and they're not doing anything about it. That's just horrific.
So, if he doesn't mind, we could always watch it on stream and react to it.
It's finest. No. Well, the thing is, Callum's Corner YTPs usually have a lot of offensive stuff in that need bleeping out, so it's not really worth it. So anyway, hold on. The toss pot one. Yeah, no, it was jokes. I actually laughed quite a lot of that one, but it's obviously got a lot of it's got a few things. It's got one thing in it which I don't really want, played on stream.
I thought the one on Callum's Reddit was quite funny today.
What? How he took the mick out of him for?
No, there was a Reddit video that he did, and there's a YTP in it.
Okay.
I know this is a bit random. But have you heard about Callum's doing that interview with Ian Moore's ex-manager?
That 17-year-old guy you said about.
Yeah, he's doing like a sort of like sit-down interview with him, and apparently it's going to be coming out soon. On
Callum's channel or this manager's channel, or
I think it's Callum's channel. It might be. I think it's his main his main channel that he said.
Yeah.
So that's going to get.
Has he done any videos on his main?
He did do one. I think it was on the second channel, actually, wasn't it?
I know quite a lot. I've been on the second.
Oh. Well, anyway, let's give a quick history of this whole beef. So it started off with Callum reviewing Ian Moore. Well, it wasn't really a YouTube review. Wasn't he just... Didn't people just say react to this guy's videos? Then he reacted to Ian's videos, and Callum was just incredibly laid back. He was just like, oh, yeah, this guy, bloody hell, he's eating a lot, eh? Fair play to the lad. Oh, he's having a go at this woman, bloody hell. And Callum was quite, he was basically any of the top YouTubers, any YouTuber around Callum's level or higher and higher and higher would most probably either not watch this guy or absolutely mock him and take the mick out of him. But Callum was insanely nice. He's one of the few genuine people who just is chilled out, who will not mock people. Because at first I thought Ian was just a dude with a few issues. I thought he was a dude with a few problems.
Well, we already have.
Yeah, I know we've mocked him, but that's what I'm leading to. So at first I thought he was a dude with a few issues, and then he just mocks Callum's Corner for no reason. He's like, fuck you, Tic Tac. You look like a skinny rake. And it's like, you're skinny. You're not healthy. I can eat a lot. I can. And I'm thinking, you're boasting about being like 700 pounds, you lazy bum. I mean, what the hell? Boasting about being that fat.
In real life.
Big Chungus. That's insulting to Big Chungus, man. Honestly.
It's true, actually.
I mean...
Mega Chungus.
The sad thing is with Ian, you can just tell he has got a few issues, but he can control this. And the thing is, if he's just bloody starting random beefs with people, being like, oh, fuck you, Tic Tac, fuck you, Tic Tac, you can tell he's just grabbing onto the fame. I want the attention. I want the YouTube money. And that's just no way to be, because even if you think that's practical, it really isn't, because you're just going to be doing this over and over and over again, milking it for views. Then when you go back to regular content or you're not having beef with people, you're A, not going to enjoy it, and B, no one's going to give a shit about you. He gave too much attention. His short fame burst is nothing. The state of his house, though, bloody hell, yeah.
I was going to say, did you hear that rumour that he's got a cat, but he's locked it in his flat so he can't get out?
Because
he just run away.
That's strange. I mean, if he eats all the cat's food, then that's awful. You know, if that's the
Well,
case.
have you heard what Callum? Well, Callum pointed it out. He's got a. I went. Oh no, I was going to go on to his health then. But I'll just say something about his room. Because his room is all yellow. Because he like smokes indoors.
Smoking, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, he's 35 and he looks about 56. Honestly,
He's 35.
Yeah, I thought he was like in his 50s, man.
I thought he was in his late 40s or so. Well, he wouldn't be.
Me too.
He wouldn't have got there if he was that weight in his.
Yeah, there ain't many people who are like, well, there's no one who's 500 pounds who's around when they're in their
I've just seen the thing that I'm gonna put it in the chat, and that's absolutely
What did he
terrible.
say then? What did he actually say?
I should have done that.
I don't want to sort of. All right, I'm just going to put a sort of a bit of a warning here for anyone who's a bit sensitive,
Yeah.
but pretty much. Well, I don't want to be honest. People just goes to everything he's ever said, but pretty much Ian Moore took the mick out of someone because their cousin died at the Hillsborough incident in 1996, and said that he wished he would have died so he wouldn't have been on his stream.
I mean, that is just next level disgusting. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean,
I don't know the entire context, but yeah.
Thing is, even if they said something horrific to Ian, just block them. Just scroll, click on the icon, just block them from your channel. Don't put something horrific like, oh, I'm glad that your cousin died in a certain incident or whatever. Horrible, absolutely horrific. You should have just blocked him if he said something horrible. But even if he did say something horrible, I don't think someone commenting on a stream warrants something horrific being said like that.
I mean, I was going to say, actually, it sort of relates to a point that Callum brought up in that second video he made, where he said Ian Moore confuses any form of criticism with hate. Because Callum didn't hate on him, and Ian Moore was thinking that he was.
Yeah, here we go. Just join the ALP Discord server. Thank you so much, Hakel. Much appreciated.
I'll give you the rank because Hakel, because the bot never gives anyone the rank when they join.
So, Ian basically started on him for nothing. Do you guys want to talk about Ian's content a little bit?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
So, it won't be too long, but this is all his content is pretty much so far. I know he did crap on TikTok, but the only thing I saw on TikTok was him going, you silly boy, la la la, whatever, and all that jazz. And it made me want to never
Have
get
you tried doing one of those dances?
Have I tried doing one of those dances?
What?
No, as he. As he.
He does a dance
Have you
where
tried those
he goes like this or something weird. George, I put it on my Facebook. I said, this is the reason I don't watch TikTok. And this is the reason why I'll never get TikTok.
Well,
and it's because
I use TikTok.
Video.
So I use TikTok, but I don't use Facebook. So I might have seen it if I followed him. Well,
I'm not going to lie.
I barely use TikTok.
I use TikTok, but I just look at it just for the really bizarre people that are on there, to be honest.
Fair enough. And
Well,
if you...
all I really watch is like this ice cream maker. Like a guy who makes like different ice cream, like cakes and things like that. Quite good.
It's like cake
sorry,
farts.
I'm laughing.
Let's get this done.
Oh god, that was a strange video back in the day. Anyway, so even though I get where you're coming from, Aaron, there are some daft funny people on TikTok, and a part of me is tempted to think to myself, well, Ian's quite funny. Let's go on TikTok and see what he's doing. But the reality of it is, it's just absolute daft silliness. Really, I personally wouldn't want to waste my time with that, because once you watch one thing, you pretty much watch the whole thing, especially with things that are as long as TikTok. They're only like 30 seconds or a minute, isn't it? Mate, turn that down.
Oh, sorry. I was just checking out one of Ian. Yeah, I was reading this.
It sounds like a TIE fighter then.
But, yeah. So, as I was saying, hold on, someone else has put something. Is this true? Is what true?
Pretty much everything we've said is true, besides
Sweeps.
the whale comment I made earlier.
Schweppes lemonade stand.
Sweat.
I'm probably Schweppes. Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's the off-brand version.
No. Anyway, Ian's content basically mostly consists of him having a go at Callum or starting beef with other people, but it's mostly Callum. a crap ton of live streams and eating with the king, and that one video where he does a crap diss track that somebody else made for him, his manager, as Aaron said. So the diss track's awful. I thought, oh crap, Ian's finally done some half decent content, but then I went on it.
If you watch the news video,
I don't want to. Not now.
he does rap
Oh.
in Callum's news video, and he does a couple of bars, but you can definitely tell why he hired this 17-year-old.
Oh yeah, I know that bit. Yeah, I sent it. Yeah, he tried doing some bars on a live stream and it was awful.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just eating with the king, which is just him eating loads of food, and you think to yourself, man, how is he? Why is he doing this to himself? And there's no longevity in your life doing stuff like this. And also, now I'm going to give him a bit of credit here. Some of his oi oi tosspot, that this track actually wasn't finished. His manager said this in an interview with Jersey. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I didn't see that part of the interview because Tosspot actually did send me the video, the stream, and I was like, oh, cool. And I watched it, but it was towards the end. But yeah, so he just eats, and he did do one stream. No, he does some streams, and one of them went on for 7 hours. So you've got to respect that sort of work, right? To just sit there for 7 hours and talk, and it keeps you, I know it's not particularly stressful, but it's still a bit of a graft, in my opinion. So
do we make a good tag team with?
I think I know what you're going to say. Yokozuna.
No, I was going to say Nico Avocado.
Oh, that's no.
Oh.
All right then. Also crying to his fans for not buying his awful merch. Yeah, on Callum's
merch.
Yeah, no, on Callum's debunking video, Ian was boasting about how much he earns and said that the shout out was like pocket money. It was pocket money. It was just pocket money. It wasn't an income as such, but it was just pocket money. And then the next clip is him going, "Guys, thank you so much. You ruined my merch and stopped my link tree."
What's the design?
Yeah.
Totally hypocritical and flip flopping on what he's saying. All right, let's look at what people are saying. Oh yeah, diss track. Hold on.
What was the design?
Hello. What design?
On his merch.
Oh, I didn't bother looking. I'm guessing it's very basic and not worth the money. No. Hello, lads. Love your podcasts. I think Ian Moore is a very dodgy man with some mental health issues, unfortunately. And I'm sure he chatted to a young boy under 18, from what I heard. Is this true? Oh, yes, on a video, yeah, it does show him talking to a 16-year-old and being a bit creepy and odd. If you watch Ian Moore videos, it should probably pop up. So, but I wouldn't advise watching it because it's quite disturbing and disgusting. And if you do watch it, don't pay attention because it's just the police need to arrest this man. It's just awful. You can rewatch the stream. I will when I get a chance. How is everyone doing? You guys doing all right?
The link to it is, I did put it in our Discord, but if anyone wants it in the chat, I can put it in the chat, in the YouTube chat.
We've currently got 6 views, which I think that's the most we've ever had on a stream. I could be wrong. Didn't you get a load on a DSP stream once, Aaron?
I honestly can't remember. I honestly can't remember. Probably. But that wasn't like a proper stream. This is like a proper stream. That one was just like rambling for.
Let's read this. The thing is, he uses his disability as an excuse to act the way he does. It's sick, man. Yeah, it's sick. Definitely sick in an awful way. Because will this be a video once the stream's over? Pog. Yes, we are trying to. We're going to make more streams public now because we're actually 8 viewers.
Hashtag Pog in the chat.
We are trying to make more of them public now because they're more structured. While before, Aaron would start up a stream, then me and George would be like, "Let us join," and then we just start going blah ha, 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 and acting daft. I mean, you get a bit of that here, but it's more structured and more planned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I was just going to say. Or do you want to say something, Aaron?
I was literally just going to say, if the stream's ever unlisted, I always tweet it out. So the link is always on our Twitter, so you can just follow it there.
Yeah, and we've got a public playlist as well. But yeah, as I was saying with King Ian, it just seems ridiculous that he just starts things out of thin air and out of nothing. And his ego is next level, massive. You know how Callum, he used to make comebacks to Will and Ian, Afghan Dan. And you could, with their superior editing and their, well, not Afghan Dan's superior editing, but with Will and E's, with all the ammo Callum gave Will and E, there was a lot for Will and E to work with, where Callum didn't have a lot to bite back with. But Callum still found a way to make it quite funny and entertaining. And he was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And he did say some slightly big ego things, but not next level. But Ian's just toxic. He's just an absolute imbecile. Oh, yeah, by the way, with disabilities, I meant like in the head, there's something wrong in the head. And I don't mean mental health. I mean, like, he might be somewhat autistic, but I don't think he's so far on the spectrum that it gives him an excuse to act this way. If you're acting that way and you can't control it, then you need to go to a rehabilitation place. What disabilities does he come to have? He's a lot of people who are autistic aren't going to admit they're autistic. They're going to say, "Oh, I haven't got problems." Literally, a lot of people, unless they're very, very intelligent, they won't admit that they're autistic. They're just insecure. And you know what? It's whatever. At the end of the day, people can say what they want to say and whatever. But Ian, he says that it's all mental health. When he's very vague when it comes to disability and all that stuff. This Callum drama was so unavoidable. He could have taken a step back and laughed, but instead he took Callum serious. Yeah, well, the thing is that Callum didn't even say anything bad. That's the hilarious thing. He didn't. Callum was, as Callum said in Callum's words, calm, reserved, and respectful. Ian was the one who took offence over bugger all. It's either I think it's just that he wants to start a beef for attention, or that he's got the most fragile ego ever.
I mean, he could have used this just to
springboard onto Callum's mom as well.
Sorry, what did you say, Aaron, first? Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, with drama like this, like I'm not suggesting that everyone does it, but if Ian played his cards right, he could have used this to springboard onto YouTube with a decent audience.
Definitely.
But he just goes on the offensive over literally nothing. Like, Callum was like, honestly, Callum could have done a million worse things to Ian. He could have berated him throughout the whole video, but literally all he was going was, oh, that's a lot of food. Oh, you should watch what he's eating there. That's a bit too much. Yeah. And Ian took offence to it just because he's got the most fragile ego in the world. But yeah, I guess some people just like it at the end of the day.
What were you going to say, George?
I was going to say, hasn't he made fun of Callum's mum as well? About being ill?
We'll get to that in a sec. I just want to respond to what you said, though, Aaron, quickly. He could have easily, couldn't he? He could have so easily just gained an audience. He could have just made a half decently edited video. Because that's another problem. His live stream, all right, fair enough if you don't want to make the live streams that well edited. It's just about you talking to people and communicating with the public and reacting to comments. But at least make your normal videos well edited. We don't want the same shot, just one basic, still, lethargic shot of you eating a sandwich.
It's like this entire time, isn't it? Like, just like that, isn't it? Awesome.
Yeah, just one boring shot
the entire time.
Instead of, and he should try and do vlogs as well and other stuff instead of just sitting there eating with his normal videos. With the stream, I don't mind it, not much happening, but with the other stuff, he needs to make it and put more effort in. And I'll get to the thing you said in a sec, George. Just read the comments quickly. I have friends with mild autism and are extremely intelligent, but they won't show it. Ian is egotistical and ignorant. You got a good point there. Yes. Which are not autistic traits. Yeah, but the way he talks, and he isn't really the sharpest tool in the shed. And he, I don't want to say too many things because people could,
I think some people at the end of the day, Ian, that was another point that I think it was Connor J ironically brought up, saying that Callum's he can like get his point across very well. He knows words to use and can he can basically explain what he's thinking. Whereas Ian Moore just doesn't understand how to. He doesn't understand how to get what's in his head out. So that's why he ends up with all these bizarre rants that just go on.
That's why.
Oh, I finished that.
That's where I think the autism comes in, because he doesn't realise things, so he can't get his point across. Like, say if he was just a mad egotist, he probably would play this a lot smarter and just not be too much of an idiot. But that's where I think the problems come in, where he's just being an absolute nutter. But there you go. It's just, I think even if he wasn't, even if he didn't have problems, he'd still be a bit of an idiot because there's as Fantastic said, he's got mates with problems and they don't act that way. But I think Ian's problems do come into it a little bit just mentally, but at the same time, there's other people with problems worse than his and they don't act that way. So I think part of it is him as well. Ian said he'd do vlogs that won't end well. Well, he probably won't put any effort in or edit them. George, I get to the point that you said about he said about Callum's mom, oh, I don't want you, your mom only stays with you because she feels sorry for you. That's basically what he said.
I was going to say as well, I know this is a bit
random,
worse. But if Ian did vlogs, it would just be inside his flat. I've heard he physically can't leave his house or his flat because he can't stand up for more than 5 minutes.
That is really sad. I guess he should get one of them mobility scooters.
Apparently, he goes in somebody's car and drives around for a bit. That's about it.
Bloody hell! They'd have to get a bloody Nissan X-Trail to get him in there, or a bloody massive truck, or a Vauxhall Vivaro. What car? Imagine if he was in a little Volkswagen going, "All right, guys." Well, that's a bit OTT.
So one of those massive Hummers. Yeah. Mate, no, but up the Hummer Marauder, and that's what it needs to fit. He could fit?
I think, yeah. George, for a laugh, what? Imagine if he just has a little. Imagine if he just has a Nissan Cube.
No, he has one of those PLP40s. You know the little blue car on Top Gear? PLP40.
I'll just look it up quickly. I think I know what you mean. Are those
is that car that Jeremy Clarkson drove on Top Gear?
Yeah.
The really little one.
Was it the one when he went on the motorway and he was going, Hammond!
Oh, no. It's the one that he drove around the BBC office and then he said to a news presenter.
Yeah.
And he said to a news presenter, you've got a lovely bum.
what a Chad.
And then there's like the Hummer Marauder, which is a giant army truck, which sits about 80 people.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about the Ian and Callum's Corner beef for quite some time now. I'm just going to check my notes quickly, see if I've wrote anything else about the beef, then we can move on to the next topic. Let's take a look.
I was going to say, while you're reading, James, I'm just going to plug the ALP Twitter and Discord and etc. etc.
No, I can't find anything else that I put down about the beef. I'm pretty sure we've covered the majority of stuff. We've got some more topics in store, so hopefully you all stop around. If not, then thanks for chilling out.
I was just going to say, how do you reckon this is going to end, the beef?
Well, Ian's just going to milk it as much as possible because the thing is, the only people that watch his videos, because the only reason I watch his videos is because of Callum's Corner. So he's just going to milk this as long as possible. He knows that deep down the dislikes help. He knows him just saying, "Oh, my dislike, blah blah blah." They're the Callum's army.
He's going to do.
He's taking them on to dislike it, so he gets another point up. Like a dislike.
What he'll do is Callum will beat him in like the videos and things like that. But after Callum stops talking about him, it'll just carry on for about a year. Well, I mean, I've seen people do it before.
The thing with that Ian Moore is, I think once people stop talking, well, he's already losing people that are watching him, and just watch him because it's like they're watching like a train wreck, and then give it 6 months after Callum stops talking, and no one will care.
Exactly. I mean, who's going to be bothered if he's eating a sandwich or doing a 7-hour stream and getting annoyed?
Well, I'll tell you a story. There was a YouTuber. I don't know if you've heard him.
Well,
oh god, that was lethal. That was
no. So basically, he fell out with his next door neighbour, and she was talking to him about him for about a year, basically saying she's going to take his baby away from me.
What?
With child protective services and things like that. And even when she was in hospital for having her leg amputated, she was still going on about it, even though he sent her get well flowers. She threw me in the bin with one leg hopping about.
George, I mean,
I have no idea how that's related.
No.
George, this sounds like some Carl Pilkington rubbish now. I know it probably happened.
It's real.
But George,
is this like a dream that went on a bit too long?
Were you reading a comic? George, were you reading
the
a
woman?
comic?
It's a YouTube.
Don't-
I can show you the woman.
I don't want that. Would just be depressing. Having George don't like it's a
Wait,
bit.
so George nicked this amputated woman's leg. No, I'm only joking.
No, don't do that.
George.
Don't do that to me.
Did
Oh,
you
I
I just
guys?
borrowed it.
We didn't bother covering HOTC because that was such a quick beef. Isn't he just some football nutter who just said, "Oh, Callum's corner's a tic tac." Hey. Aaron, do you know about him?
Which
Well,
person
he
is
is
that?
there.
HOTC.
HFT.
Oh, I think I've heard of him. I can't remember the
Callum
beef
got
at
one
all.
video on him. Hold on. Footballing World has asked us, what was the motivation for you guys to start the ALP podcast? Also, where do you plan to take this channel? Well, that's a question for me and Aaron. To the moon! No. I'll tell you my reason first. Basically, ages ago, I was messaging Aaron and we was having a laugh and we was having some pretty great banter back and forth. And I said, I think we should do a podcast. I think we should do it once every 3 months for a laugh, just something to look back on in the future, blah, 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 blah. And then we did the first one and it went all right. And I thought, oh, cool. Well, let's do another one in 3 months. But then me, Aaron, and a few others went to see Endgame. And I was like, man, we got to do Endgame. And we know so much about Callum's Corner. We got to review him on the Endgame podcast. And then Aaron said, let's do a news one about James Charles because James Charles is doing all this stuff. And I was like, yes, let's do this news one then. And then after that, we did one on mental health. Then we did one on education and morgues and Derv. And then it just kept progressing there and further and further.
Episode 9, I came in.
Oh.
I think it was episode 11, wasn't it? But it might have been episode 9. I can't
Episode
remember.
9 or 11, yeah, I came in.
Or 10.
Yeah, probably one of them.
But anyway, so it just progressed from there, really. The old videos, I mean, the content of the podcast themselves are good, but obviously it's not of the quality as it is now. It was a lot more random back then. And yeah, where do we plan to take the channel? For me personally, whatever happens. My prediction is that in 5, 6, 7 years, we get to 10K. We just keep grafting and we have some popular videos, some not so popular videos. We could reach 1 million subs one day. We could stay.
Some very fun videos planned for it if that happens, don't we?
Yeah. Or we could stay at 228 subs. I don't know. But my guess is 10,000 subs in 5 to 7 years. But anything can happen. Aaron, what's your answer, bro?
Well, I think originally we started because me and you we just spammed each other all the time about random stuff. And I think we just came to the conclusion, we might as well record
I think we still do that a little bit.
But the stuff we spam each other now, there's no way that's getting put into a video.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, and we think, it'd be cool to archive this one day. And, it'll be cool. Because we think, although we have pretty weird opinions, we think they're quite interesting. So we just thought, we might as well record it. So we just uploaded one video. And then James said, we'll do one in 3 months or whatever. And then I think was it the next week or something? We went to see Endgame.
Yeah. I was like, we got to do this, man. There's so much to talk about here.
And then we just said, we'll do that one. Then we'll do this one. We'll do that one. We'll do this one. Then we got some of our mates on that we know in person. And I don't know which episode it was that we got the first guest.
Billy came on with the mental health one. Then we had Ben on next. Then George.
And then we started getting YouTube guests on, and it just sort of progressed from there.
And then I stayed and never left.
Yeah, because Aaron was really busy at one point, and George was game to come on, and the podcast me and you did quite a few
to come on.
Oh, you always wanted? I said game, up for it. I didn't realize. I didn't want to bombard you and say, George, come on. I thought, let's not be cheeky. Let's just say, George, do you want to come on this one? But obviously, you were really game. You said you enjoyed it, so I thought awesome. And George,
I had my own channel going, and then I was doing that stuff on it. So it kind of bounced off nice between both channels. I found.
Yeah, it's you become a big part of the channel, and thing is, I think like a good thing about ALP, there's obviously weaknesses, quite a few weaknesses, but I think one of the big strengths is the camaraderie between us three. I remember this isn't a podcast with us three, but Liam, who I'm not saying he doesn't give people compliments, but he's very, like to get a compliment off him is quite a big deal. And he said, I didn't even know what you were all talking about in episode 69, but I was laughing quite a bit because you and Aaron were just having good banter with each other. And I think that's one of the biggest strengths of the podcast, the good banter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's quite a few people who you can just tell they're in it for the money. They don't particularly like each other.
Yeah, it's quite lame. They're just like, oh, yeah, let's try and get views. And there's no longevity. If we were all in it for the money, we probably would have... Well, we haven't made any money, but if we were, we'd probably spam out clickbait crap, talk about the most relevant crap 24/7, and we probably would have given it up like a year ago. That's what... And we would have had to split it 50-50, so there's no point in being in it for the money. Like, there's no point anyway, even if it was just one person. There's no point. You got to do shit you're passionate about. So yeah,
but I think I have no idea where this podcast is going to go. As you said, James, we could be on 1,000, 10,000, a million, whatever. But as long as I'm enjoying it, I'll be around for it.
Yeah, same here, man.
Look,
if we're not enjoying it,
I'm still enjoying doing both. Like myself, even though what I made in December wasn't that good. Doing this at the side, I found better than doing it in December. If you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Like doing my channel in December too, comparing to what we were doing on this in December. I enjoyed doing this a lot more than my own channel.
Yeah, we had a lot of I guess I think it's because you probably enjoy the collaboration of it rather than just being on your own video. You seem to thrive with the collaboration and the camaraderie, That's what I think anyway. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And obviously
each other for as longer as we have as well. I think that helps.
Yeah. And we've done quite and we've done quite a few live streams, so I suppose that's a lot. And the brick flick as well, which I suppose is more fun than whatever it is you was doing at the time, in December.
Yes.
I suppose you was putting a lot of stress on yourself to get all them videos out, and they weren't really, even you admit, they weren't really the best things in the world.
No, they weren't. Well, I got about 19 after and stopped. Because I couldn't keep doing it.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this podcast. First saw this channel on the history of the corner. Awesome, man. Mr. Gecko, same here, lad. Well, these aren't really episodes of the podcast. It's just like a live stream, but I guess you can sort of count it as a podcast.
I was going to say, I can't pronounce your name. Fatastic, is it? But by HOTC, he meant history of the corner rather than the beef.
Are you sure there wasn't a guy called HOTC who was...
No. I did type in, nothing came up, but he meant the history of the corner rather than...
yeah. Well, fantastic. Yeah, we did our Callum's Corner video. Thing is, that's what's really good about the Callum's Corner video is that it's probably one of our best podcasts, and it's got the most views, which I really like that. Yeah, Mr. Gecko, same here, lad. Yeah.
I was going to say, because like me and you, James, although we don't like follow the exact same sort of topics, but me and you both know a lot about Callum's Corner, like history and stuff, so I think it came out quite well.
It does really, because me and you don't really have the same interests. Like, we both like music, we both know a bit about YouTubers here and there, but Callum's Corner is what we both know the most about. So, I mean, it's like, even though we both know quite a bit about Boogie, and I'm trying to learn a few bits and pieces about DSP, you taught me a crap ton about Boogie, and obviously you tell me a lot about DSP, so, yeah.
It is quite good in a way, because like the stuff that I know, you don't know, but then the stuff you know, I don't know. So we sort of like inform each other.
Yeah. We can sort of like balance things out with different.
Like, I know nothing about DSP, but except for the videos. But I normally keep up to date with like YouTube, like drama and things like that, like this cast and stuff that's going on at the moment.
Yeah,
I have no idea what's going on.
Well, I think we've covered everything with the King Ian beef. Let's go on to Carson then, George. You have the floor.
Okay. Well, Carson was in a group.
Sorry.
You're doing it now. I'm not speaking now. You have to explain it.
I have no idea what's going on. This is your George. No, I brought this on myself. But basically, what happened was I thought I'd put a Clarkson meme in the chat, and then George put Carlson's a nonce, and I said Clarkson isn't, and George put
No,
Carlson.
I didn't say that in the word.
No, and then George put he told his friends, and I'm thinking, do you mean Jeremy Clarkson told Richard Hammond and James May that he was a nonce? Why would Clarkson do that? And why would he betray his family and destroy his life like that? And then, but obviously it was this dude called Carlson. So do you want to go into it, George? Or
So Carson was in a group called, I think it was called Lunch or Brunch. One of them two. And he told them that he had been talking to some underage girls on Discord. And a couple of years later now, these two that were part of the group have come out and basically had this interview with Drama Alert and said that he was talking to these girls. And Discord messages leaked, which one was like them flirting it, and then the girl says that she's home from school now. So like very, very weird stuff. And he hasn't responded. He said some stuff in his Discord, but he hasn't responded like on Twitter or Instagram or like Facebook or like MySpace.
hold on, George. Hold on, George. George, he says. Yeah. Lunch club group, I think, and there's no evidence the guy was underage. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I think he's talking about the King Ian thing. He's talking about the King Ian thing. I don't know what to say then.
No, it's the lunch club, and that's the group that Carson was in.
I thought you said Carson was talking to an underage girl, though.
Yes, but he told the group he was in that he was speaking to them.
Oh, okay.
And then the people in the group have come to Drama Alert and had this interview saying that Carson was speaking to underage girls. But it's very weird, like some of the stuff that he said in his conversations. Really messed it up.
It is weird about these, because Carlson, like a few weeks back, was since he's got big, like he was sort of like the nice guy, wasn't he? Of like YouTube and Twitch and stuff. It's always those types.
It is.
I mean, I'm not just outright calling him. I'm not saying he's this or that, but I'm just saying in allegations, it's always the guys who are you come across very like humble and nice are always the ones who,
people are saying that it doesn't matter because it's not a big age gap, and the age gap was 17 and 19.
I mean, all I'm going to say is don't give your personal opinions on it, because I don't want to. Have you seen what happened to what's his name? Critical. Have you ever happened to Critical, where people calling him a paedophile because he said there's nothing wrong with 17 and 19-year-old like dating.
Stay up for game, fellas. I didn't know. No, I didn't know this, to be honest. Can I just say, look, if it's consensual and 19 and 17, I don't think it's nonsense. I really don't think it's nonsense.
Yes, but when you still like soliciting I call them birthday pictures.
What?
If you're still soliciting birthday pictures?
What do you mean soliciting birthday pictures?
Sexy pictures.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Fellas, how's it going, man? Wishing you guys the best. I'll try and watch another stream. Should I join the Discord to know when? Yeah, join the Discord. Fantastic. Would be awesome to have you in the Discord. Moist Critical. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Or follow us on Twitter. Like Aaron's in charge of it, and they'll probably put out when we're live.
I was going to say, I do forget sometimes, but Discord, it has like a bot in there, so Discord's probably the best place.
Yeah.
So this Carlson bloke, George, I don't think it's nonsense. What did you mean the birthday pictures? Because everyone still has birthday pictures.
I would say what you said again. Like birthday pictures, like nothing on.
Oh, new pics.
Yeah.
George, you didn't say that.
Did you see Ian
Well,
Moore's?
I didn't know with YouTube.
Yeah, I'll just respond to this quickly. Yeah, we talked about it earlier, bro. It's just horrific and awful. He got his manager who's 17 to do the whole thing for him, and Ian really didn't do much. Ian didn't even record a video. It was just low quality rubbish, and it wasn't even finished. So yeah, crap stuff in it. But yeah, I look at the end of the day, if she's sending him nudes, if he's harassing her for some, it's a little bit bad, but it is what it is. If she, as long as he's not forced to, it's not that bad.
Even if it's consensual, it's still classed as child.
All right.
You know what?
I'm just gonna say then, right? How far away is Carlson from being 20, and how long has she been 17?
I don't know.
Well, then, what if she's a day away from being 18, and what if he's only been 19 for a day?
Yeah, but the law's the law.
But you,
I know it is weird like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
17 when it comes to the law, right?
Look, if she's only just turned 17 and he's nearly 20, then yeah, that's bad.
The thing is, though, there are, because you say, oh, it's 2 years, and it just depends on the age. Like, I don't know, like a 13-year-old and 15-year-old, yeah, that's pretty weird.
Yeah.
But the older you get, the age gaps get, they don't mean.
40-year-old.
The older you get, the age gaps don't mean as much. I mean, I know there's obviously like a certain limit that you have to get to. Like,
yeah, I mean, you don't want to be with someone who's like 30 years older than you, you know.
Hey guys, in the comments, what's your age limit?
But obviously, 10, 15 years is fine as long as it's as long as they're near 18 or over 18. Anyway,
I was just gonna say as well, because we're from the UK. I don't want to say, well, we're from England. It's 16. I know that like pictures and stuff are still 18, but the age of consent's 16 here, isn't it? Whereas Carlson's in America, where that's 18, isn't it?
Yeah. Can I just say though, why they're calling critical a nonce? I don't understand that at all. He's done it from what you've.
No, it's 21, wrong. Isn't it?
I don't know.
Alcohol,
that's drinking.
Yeah.
Because he basically said, I don't think there's anything wrong with 17-year-old dating a 19-year-old. They can be in the same school.
It just depends on the situation. It just depends how close they are to whatever age. That's what it depends on, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone's just suddenly took off loads of. George took off his glasses. James took off his headphones. So I don't know.
Yeah, because he ran out of charge.
And I've taken off my trousers.
I want my glasses back on
during this part of the
Jake, 1, 2, 3. The guy said Ian Moore will sit on you if you're not careful. Well, if we just throw Aaron at him, Aaron can do the rolling thunder and destroy him.
I was going to say, I'm like a big sponge. I could absorb most of him, and then James can finish him off.
Yeah, exactly. You guys should try and get Cal on the podcast. Thing is, bro, we have tried quite a few times, but he's a busy guy, and I mean, I emailed him.
We were literally talking about it today, weren't we?
Yeah. I emailed him on YouTube, sent him a message on Twitter, and he did get back to some of my other messages, but obviously not one about the podcast. He'd been my number one guest. I'd absolutely love to have him on. I'm such a massive fan. I've watched every single video since the TikTok video. I did tune into a considerable amount of the live streams, but I don't watch the Twitch streams anymore because they're too chaotic. They're just too mental. He's just.
I think the only thing now is to ask him is to go to the house.
No.
I was going to say, you don't want to come across as the type of person who's like a weird stalker, like harassing Callum and like desperate to get him on. Because at the end of the day, it'll be a good thing. It'll be a nice thing to have him on, but it's Callum's time at the end of the day, and it's just what he wants to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
In Callum's corner.
Yeah. Listen, Jake 1, 2, 3. If you can get in touch with him, it'd be fantastic to have him on. If not, it's absolutely Callum's choice. Let's have a look. Yeah. Is it just me, or does he upload a lot less nowadays compared to a few years ago? Well, the thing is, he's seen that streaming, he can get so much money. The trolls will give him loads of money just to play daft, silly stuff. Obviously, if the trolls go too far, he does have to refund them because he can't play the full things. Otherwise, Twitch will ban ban him. But I think he's seen the fact that he can make loads of money off of streams, and they're a lot easier to do rather than grafting and getting a video done and it not get many views. And then because of the way YouTube is, if it's not 10 to 12 minutes long, if it's got swearing or any sort of adult themes, and if it's not set to made for kids, you get money taken off of you. So a part of me thinks he should work harder to get videos out, but I don't blame him for doing a lot of streams.
I was going to say as well, on his main channel, pretty much most of his videos revolve around him being angry or doing stuff that takes like a week and a half to do. So he can't pump them out every single day if it takes like a week and like to do a challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
What challenges has he done?
I was just going to say, have you realised that he took that urine video down and no one knows? Well, I think I'll just work out in my head why he took it down. It's probably because it's pretty weird.
I don't even remember that video.
He drank
his newest.
He drank his urine for a week and then took the video down after like a day, but then no one has archived it. I don't think.
I can't remember this, to be honest. I might have watched it, but then, yeah.
I think somebody has, because it was in his latest video.
Oh, okay. I think he should do more music. Yeah, I mean, if Stephen tries, this class was track was class. The Dylan Brewer one was great. Everything else, I mean, it's been funny banter, but it hasn't been the best thing in the world.
I'll just give Fantastic the role in the Discord.
I wish we could do a diss track on him. That'd be quite funny. Corner? Yeah.
Why? I don't want to diss the king.
Actually, no. Do one on the Mountain Snowman.
Oh, Ian.
And to be on that with
us. Someone re-uploaded the urine video. Wonder if he will upload more consistently on his second channel. Well, in my opinion, those reaction videos are sort of easier to do than like his main channel bouncing around with vlogs and challenges. I don't know what he's going to do. Let's just hopefully he does more Reddit videos, I guess. He puts cordial urine.
God. I might wait if it's on YouTube. I might archive it. Just think. Well, Callum won't take down the video, will he?
Nah, he's quite sound when it comes to that type of thing.
Oh yeah, here it is. I'll put a link in the. Should I put it in the Discord? Yeah, I'll put it in Discord.
Yeah, probably put it in the Discord. Cool.
Should I put it in media? I'll put it in media share. That's probably a bit easy.
Yeah,
What happened with George then?
I just heard.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what you're talking about.
But anyway, next topic then, lads. Where are we? Oh yeah, I talked about how Callum's streams are too chaotic. I did write that down as a decent point because they are just next level chaotic. I mean, when he tried to there's no way that I can just edit your camera out, is there? I have to fully remove you. I can put my George, get rid of it. But what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, how he was doing a story GTA stream, and I tried. This was straight after the Toss Pot and Gerald podcast, and I tried to watch it, and it was just, and you couldn't really hear what was going on. It was just massive ear rape, and you'd see Franklin trying to talk to Simeon, and you'd hear, "Hello, my friend." Like just.
Did you see the shoe shop one?
What?
Where everyone tells him to go to the shoe shop.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I sent him a donation the other night on Twitch, and he got a bit annoyed by it.
What was the donation?
Well, it was basically he said I didn't realise it was 5 years since I started the corner and everything. And I said, I sent to him something like, I hope you've had a good 5 years, Callum. It's almost as old as your last Boom Boom partner. And he went, oh, behave. Then he tried to read my name on Twitch, and he was like, I can't pronounce that, and he just moved on.
What was it, Bigsby Boy or something else?
Yeah, it was Bigsby Boy on there, and he was like,
that doesn't make any sense because before he pronounced it on his Smash or Pass video, he said Here
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
he
from
did, yeah.
Bixby Boy.
I think
And it
he
was
must have been reading it too quick because it's only pops up for a few seconds, isn't it? Rather than
Yeah,
I still
probably.
can't believe I got on in that
Horny
video. Who's
Yeah,
asked
I mean, it was Wings of Redemption, wasn't it? Looking in the mirror, and he's like, "I'm gonna park my. I could park my bike there." Something weird like that. And he said about a microaggression. He said something really strange, like a microaggression, micro Jennifer Aniston penis, or something really strange. I don't know what he was going on about. But yeah, what the hell? Oh yeah, but the point is, the sad thing with his streams as well, he can never highlight them because they've got too much offensive stuff in them and too much blasting down the mic.
I mean, I have to give
What
credit
kind
to
of
like
offensive stuff?
because Jersey Boy runs
You
the
should
highlights
say.
channel.
Fair play to Jersey Boy.
But yeah, I don't understand how people can just go through like 3 hours worth of a stream and just clip out the best parts. Like I just get so bored doing that.
It takes a long time, but maybe he's got a bit of free time, or maybe he just really knows the streams really well, and just I don't know, maybe he just goes to a random bit and waits for a funny.
Well, they could be watching the stream live and just clip the bits while watching the stream.
True.
Yeah.
So anyway, what was the? Oh yeah, some on his streams though. His Four Guy thing. Someone
Yeah.
and Callum even talked about this in a video. Someone held someone back so Callum could win, so it wasn't even skill. He just
is that when he ripped his shirt and he said, "I've exposed my nipples, something I've tried to hide from."
something weird like that. But he was like, "Yes, would you bloody believe it?" So, yeah. The first topic the next topic I wanted to talk about is how I have joined Club Brick. Basically, what happened was I did the podcast with John Brick, and he said, "Oh, do you want to do some voice? Sorry."
He's betrayed us.
I thought I could see a spider on my lamp. He was like, "Do you want to do some voice notes?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, Malcolm held everyone back. Yeah. I mean, fair play to Malcolm holding people back, and Callum got the win. But I thought Callum did it all legitly, and all those people were just messing about. But if you pay close attention, he got held back. But anyway, with Club Brick, John was like, "Oh, you're quite good at doing voice, and you can talk quite well on your podcast. Do you want to give it a go?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I did some voice notes, and he was like, "Yeah, pretty decent." And then I've been doing voice notes since. And there's someone else who edits, and there's someone else who does the thumbnails, and I think that's quite a good group channel, right? It seems like everyone's doing a different thing. I haven't really been part of other group channels. This is more of like a duo channel, and George is like the guy who helps a lot. But when I've been part of another,
on the third wheel.
yeah,
Of your relationship.
Oh, strange. But anyway,
Quite places that thing.
Anyway, as I was saying, you made me lose my train of thought now. Oh yeah. So there's different people doing different things. The previous group channel I was a part of, right? I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not going to mention any names or anything. But it was done in George. Don't you laughing, George? Stop laughing, George. George, what the hell's wrong with you? All right, can you turn your camera off at least?
All
right, I'm just going to have to do this bit without George because he's going to keep laughing.
The last frame was him just smiling, then he was gone.
Yeah. But George just went like this off camera because we can see his thing in StreamYards, and he's like going like this. But anyway, so the previous group channel I was a part of, you know what it is, Aaron, don't you? But obviously, don't say. It was all right.
I can't remember the name, but yeah.
You can't remember the name. You know what I'm talking about.
I can't remember.
Oh. It was what you were invited to as well.
Yeah.
So I did it years ago, and then the person who wanted to do the group channel messaged years later saying, "Oh, come on, do it." And I was like, "Yeah, might as well, help this person out." And it just ended up being a total shambles. Really, it was just there was a few other people bouncing around, but I thought loads of people were getting involved, but it was mostly just me and him. and that was it. It was just all me and him. But it felt like I wasn't really gaining much from it, and I just got a bit fed up and eventually gave it up. Well, Club Brick, there's like loads of different things going on. There's loads of different. There's John does his own thing. Goat makes some of his videos. You've got a Doodoo just stop motion, Doodoo edits, person who Doodoo just thumbnails, and I do commentaries and go on mock hour sometimes. So yeah.
I was going to say that's what you want from a group channel. You want it to genuinely be a group channel rather than these two people do everything and everyone takes the credit.
Well, in my situation, it was one person taking the credit.
Oh yeah, but I think at the end of the day, a group channel should just be for the benefit of the group. Whereas I don't know mention two stuff, but in the last sort of channel you did, a lot of the stuff was solely just for one person, as you just said.
Exactly, it was all just one person.
And I wasn't. I'm not trying. I mean, obviously, you've got to look out for something for yourself in projects like that. But by the end of it, there's literally nothing in it for you.
Yeah, because that person was like, "I will just do it all on my channel because their own channel, not mine." But they were like, "Oh, let's do it on my channel," and then because my channel's the biggest channel or whatever, which it wasn't. It had like 300 odd subs at the time. But yeah,
sorry.
With Club Brick, imagine if John said, "Oh yeah, it's my King John Brick channel," where it isn't seen as a team; it's just seen as me. But you guys can do everything. No, Club Brick is like an actual community with different people doing different things, and people are actually passionate. And there's loads of different people to carry the weight rather than just two people.
I was going to say as well, with the argument that I've got the most subs, so therefore we should do this. End of the day, subs don't really mean much, and I think with channels, you should just do it for a passion project, really. Because I mean, I'm not. This is no insult to you, James, but at the level of what you did last, and also if there's tons of people, you can't expect to get a decent amount of not money, but you can't expect a lot back. But you expect something back in the long term, but you're not in it for the money. But you did that last project for so long and literally got nothing in return for the amount of effort that you put in.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't putting mad effort, but I did this review with just pictures in it, and it was 5 minutes. And I should have added music and maybe added the freeze frame, but at the end of the day, I ended up uploading that Shrek review to ALP. But what else did I do? Years before, I did a Logan Paul versus KSI analysis, and that got on a YouTube video with over 1 million views at the time. But then the video got taken down for some reason. Anyway, there wasn't a lot really in it for me. While with Club Brick, it sort of seems like there's a bit in it for everyone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's almost like I don't know how to properly explain it. It's like you can see the effort that you put in, and you think, "Oh, I helped do that," and look how it's all come together. When if it's just you, if it's like on your last thing, if it's just all your work, you think, "Well, this is my work," but someone else is getting credit for it rather than like a joint effort.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, with that person, I gave up so much time to be in his videos, but it was because I enjoyed it. I had a passion for it, but I gave up a crap ton of time to be in his videos and his streams, as you know. I gave up so much time, and I was passionate about it, and I made that choice to give up that time, and there you go.
I was going to say George is spamming the private chat. Oh, he's back.
Thank you.
He looks very.
Oi, Jordan, cold, hello. Right, mate.
I was
How's it
gonna
going?
say, and that got you editing for and doing all that stuff, and he is even speaking behind you on your back, wasn't he? At the end of the day. Well,
I can feel the
we
kick
can't
button
get
coming.
into it if we don't mention the name.
I don't really want to bring up about. Well, this this person.
He basically betrayed James behind his back. That's all I'm gonna say. James will say the rest of it if he wants.
I'm good, thanks. Yourself? Yeah, I'm doing all right, Jordan, man. You unbanned yet? We need to see your shit post again, mate. But what the hell was I going to say? George, what the hell's so funny? George, what's going on?
Look at that private chat.
Oh,
He's just fingering the screen, going.
I know, because I'm pressing the screen to look at these messages.
Oh,
anyway, that person George is talking about did say a lot of annoying things about me and was a little bit ungrateful. But at the end of the day, you know, I am, and it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It's just some people are like that, and it's whatever. Haha, still got 9 days left, lol. That is good. And they basically banned this guy, Cold, in the chat over nothing. I can't even remember what he put, but I remember thinking, man, people just cancel people for no reason.
In our chat or in somebody else's?
No. He was on Facebook. He got banned.
Right.
So, anyway, what was the next thing I was going to talk about? There was one other thing I wanted to bring up, right? You know, what do you guys think of this? How the Simpsons Hit and Run, for years, it was only 50p in CX. But because it's gained popularity, on the PS2 it's 10 quid, and on the PC it's 15 quid. What do you guys think of that? Do you think you think it's good that they've upped the price?
Yes, it is, because I've got a disc of it.
Brexit means Brexit, damn right, son. Well, that was George commenting that. But yeah.
I think it's weird because I don't know how to word it, but I think The Simpsons Hit and Run was arguably one of the best games for the PS2 / PC. And I think it is a good game, but it's worth more than what it was originally sold for, I think. I don't know what the original price was.
Well, the thing is, games didn't cost as much back then. I put a photo on Twitter. Oh, yeah, Jordan just put this. I got banned 30 days for a post I posted in July, LMAO. What a joke, man. It's just mad. But yeah, what the hell was I saying? Oh, wait, you were saying how it was. But game, yeah, I put on Twitter, driver free, you get 2 for...
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that picture you put.
2 for 20 and Crash Twinsanity 3 for 10 quid. And I did make the point that driver free, it's very divided. A lot of people love it, a lot of people don't like it. I mean, I loved it when I was a kid. I don't know what I think now. I've seen that it is a bit broken looking back on it. In Crash Twinsanity, loads and loads of fun, but a broken, rushed game. So I'd say solid. It's a solid game overall, but I can see why people would really love it or not bothered. I mean, on a personal level, I think it's great because it's just utterly bonkers. But yeah, the point is though, 3 for 10 quid, Crash Bandicoot. I mean, that's a bargain. A driver and something else for 10 quid, 2 for 20. I mean, that's amazing. Now, I mean, games are going to go, you said games are going to go up to 70 quid soon, but they're currently aren't they like 60 quid? I mean, it's ridiculous.
No, they've gone up to 70.
Oh, okay. So there's games that are now 70 quid. But back in the day, you could get 3 for 10 quid. I mean, what is going on? But yeah, we've seen it. Oh, George just joined Discord here. I was going to say, though, with CX, I'm very conflicted on this because I did think at first, right, it's awful that they're selling it for 15 quid and then they're selling it for 10 quid and they were selling it for 50p before. But at the same time, you do make that choice to buy it, and I guess you can just try and find it on Steam, I suppose. But CX do things. The way they do things is if something is worth... So say if you can't... Like Crash Twinsanity is 3 quid, which you'd think it wouldn't cost that much because although it's a great game, it's broken and rushed to a degree. You think that game would only be like worth 50p, but because it's so hard to get, it's worth 3 quid.
I was going to say as well, a lot of games like The Simpsons Hit and Run, for example, they're not going to make anymore. Like, what's out there is out there. There's no new ones coming for the PS2. So what's out there, it just depends. And the games for like old consoles, they're sort of in their own market. Like, they sort of determine their own price because Sony or Microsoft, whoever, aren't saying a PS2 game costs X amount because the PS2 is like, nearly 20 years old. So in some aspects it's good because if people buy it, it goes up and it shows, oh, this game's good, and you think, oh, why is that? But a lot of games that sell for a lot of money aren't really that good. Like you have games that are like 150 quid that are only worth that because there was one ever made. It could be absolutely terrible.
Well, I wouldn't go
Did you
that
see
far.
the? Sorry, I was gonna say, did you see that McDonald's game for the DS?
You sent it, yeah. It was a
I,
game
I
that's pretty.
sent it, but that was only like sold to sent to like Japanese McDonald's. For that goes that loads of money that does.
Well, you said that the DS like it was a lost copy or something. You said
Yeah,
that
well,
only...
two DSs were sent to each McDonald's with like a matte black DS with an M on it. For this game, which basically teaches workers how to like work the machines and things like that.
Yeah,
which is
fair
quite
enough.
cool.
I do get what you mean, Aaron, but I mean Destiny 1, that was like, I think it was 40 quid for the base game, and then three or was it no. Was it was 60 quid, I think. And then for all the DLCs in total, it was another 60 quid. Which is quite mad. But yeah, Simpsons Hit and Run, I suppose. I don't mind the PC version costing more, but the PS2 version, I mean, if they could sell it for 50p for so long, I mean, I don't know. I don't mind, I guess. It's a little bit annoying, but if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Just try and get it on Steam, I suppose. If you don't know who to blame communism. So, but yeah. There was I think I've got a couple more topics. Are you guys all right to stop around, or have you got to go in a second? Or
I can stop for quite a bit.
I can stop for a bit longer, yeah.
Oh, cool. Is there any more topics? I think did I write some at the bottom? I know the next one I want to talk about. No, all right then. All right, this is the final one then. So, bullshitters. Do you? Oh, I accidentally sent it twice. Lol. No worries, mate. But yeah. So bullshitters. You know these lunatics over the internet who like lie about absolutely everything. You know, what do you guys think of them? Do you have any sympathy? Do you think it's okay for them to lie about certain things, or what's your guys' opinion?
It depends on what the lie is.
That's an amazing point. Oh, Aaron's gone
If
off.
it's like a very bad one or something like that.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was just typing someone in Discord. I didn't want the keyboard. What was the question? Sorry, about people who lie.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think it's okay for people to lie, who lie over the internet? Do you think it's okay for them to lie a bit? But George said it depends on lying about, which I agree with. Oh
yeah, definitely. I mean, if it's just something like, oh, my uncle owns Xbox or Microsoft, yeah, that's a bit weird, but it's not going to hurt anyone at the end of the day. But if it's like you're lying about literally everything, like medical conditions and everything, stuff like that, yeah, that's pretty weird, and you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, there was this one dude. I'm going to tell 3 different stories, right? So there was this one guy, this one dude who used to say, "I'm 6'9", I'm 6'9", and he was 21, and me and my mates, some of my American friends, I think, yeah, I was 14, nearly 15, and my American friend was 13 and a bit away from being 14, like probably about 5 months, and then the other one was 16. Anyway, point is, he's 21 and he's lying to all of us who are younger, and there's other Americans who are like 13 at the time, and he's like, "I'm 6'9", I'm 6'9", look at me, look at me, look at me." Anyway, this was 2014, late 2014. He was lying. The lies first started. I mean, I didn't mind him, but basically, he was like he just acted like he was the best thing ever, toughest guy ever. He said, "I own 2 companies. I have a massive house," and then and he said, "I could have got in the SAS. I could have easily gotten into the SAS, but I'm too big and strong. I'm too slow." He said, Are you talking about me? How dare you? Ooh. But anyway, basically we went on, we found his someone who he knows, we found their Facebook, and we saw him dancing around, and he's very far on a video. This is when he was probably 22 or nearly 23, because this was 2016. he was dancing around on a video with his family, and he did not look 6'9". That's all I'm saying. And then we kept it a secret for ages. Then I think it was it was early 2016. We found this out, I'm pretty sure. Then later on in 2016, we said to him, one of our friends put in a group chat, we found a picture. Is this you, your lordship? And he tried saying, this picture was taken a very long time ago. I thought, is he really going to pull this card? And he said, no, I'm actually 5'10", but I'm embarrassed about being small. And then we were like, oh, okay, fair enough. He said, my family mocked me, and I struggle to believe that, but it's whatever. But then anyway, he said he's 5'10". Then he said, I had a picture with PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye in Blackpool. And then anyway, I said, send the picture through then, man. If you got a picture, why not show us? And then he was like, no, I'm not. Well, you're probably lying then. And he's like, no, I'm not. And then he sent them, but then eventually we got him to send the picture through. And I was like, bloody hell, PewDiePie is about 6'3". Bloody hell, he's a giant. And then my American friend was like, James, no, PewDiePie's 5'10". Because the dude with the northern accent who's lying, he's only like 5'4". So he lied about that as well. And then anyway, I don't mind all this stuff. It's a bit annoying, but the thing that really annoyed me, like basically, he said he was in the army and he said he could have got in the SS. That really fucking pissed me off. Him saying he owned 2 companies, he actually just fixes lights at his dad's company, and his massive house is just a little shack. I mean, it's a little like caravan outside his dad's house. So, do you guys have anything to say about that, or should I move on to the next story? The next two.
Move on, I think.
I was gonna say, right, this is gonna sound really weird. I know one of you is gonna start laughing, but when it comes to things like dating over games and consoles and stuff, that is just, I'm not having a go. You genuinely meet someone through that, but if it's entirely online, you're gonna either get catfished or something's gonna go wrong.
Well, there needs to be some sort of video chats or all that jazz. They need to have proof that they are who they are, and it's not a catfish.
And I think at the end,
well, I saw somebody who met their husband online through Xbox, and they look like the Mountain Snowman and the Mountain Snowman real weak.
No, I think if people genuinely do like each other and they just happen to meet through that, fair enough. But it's when people pretend they're married and they've no idea who this person is.
Yeah. Or they just boast about it all the time.
But anyway, like give somebody else a number on Among Us.
I don't know what that was, but okay.
Anyway, on to the next point. So the next story, this guy said about how he was in the army and how he's all this stuff. This other dude said he was in the army and how he flew drones in Afghanistan and all that stuff. And but he had a massive ego like this previous guy, and I thought this dude's probably lying about stuff. He said he can't remember all the places he served. Now PTSD, maybe it can do that to you, but why would he boast so much about being in the army and go on about it loads? Anyway, he told me once, this was years and years, like about nearly 5 years ago, he said, this person was crashing a helicopter and he was on the walkie-talkie to me. Like it was going down. He wasn't actually crashing it. He was like, going down. And he was like, and he was George. And he was
Wait, I wasn't looking
like this. But
I was gonna say something, but I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't.
Anyway, he said, and the person said to me, "See you in Valhalla," and I was like, "Damn!" But I didn't think it was true because why would you say? Surely you'd say, "Tell my family I love them," all that jazz, blah blah blah. Anyway, I was going to ask him about it months later, and I said to my friend, "I'm going to ask him about this," because I said, "What was the first time you experienced like dealing with real hardship in the army?" And what was the first like sort of death experience, I guess. And then he said that story. So I thought I'm going to ask him this again. But anyway, I told one of my other mates and he sniped me to him. And even though my mate agreed with it, he sniped me to him. And he said he doesn't want to talk about it then. And like sort of backstab me. And I thought, you know what? Maybe it's a bit of a dick move in case this is true, but I could almost guarantee it isn't true. If he remembered the story perfectly, then yeah, then I'm an arsehole, I suppose. But I just don't like people on about being in the army because it's a really difficult job and they put their lives on the line and people have fought and died for this country and other countries in the world. So, you know, I don't really like people lying about being in the army. That's just me. What do you guys think of that then? Paul James.
Yeah, Django Ball 2021.
Well, the thing about like, I'm trying how to word this because if I say something, I'll end up revealing too much because I sort of
Isn't it
already know about
treason
this.
though?
What?
Isn't it treason?
What's treason?
If you run away from the army and
No, he didn't run away.
No,
The point is, he's most probably lying about it.
treason's a crime against the monarchy.
Against what?
Against the monarchy, like the king or queen.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't think of what the actual thing's called then.
I think obviously people have issues, and if you join the army, it's just going to make them worse. But the thing about that is, why was he sort of lying so much?
I think it's just people trying to be big over Xbox and all. Well, trying to, you know, make themselves seem like the best person in the world.
I was going to say that on Xbox, do you really expect to have the most detailed and complex chats of people about stuff?
True.
Well, I guess if you know these
Modern
guys,
Warfare lobbies, really.
I guess if you know the guys in real life as well, on other platforms, you know that's not just Xbox, is it? But if it's just someone you play games, you know, and then
But yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, there was one last story. This guy who kept saying he had the best job ever, and he was really like... He didn't lie as much as these other dudes, but he sort of lied about little things which could be true. He was very sort of like sly with the way he lied, and he was just... You could tell he was lying because he was a next-level cocky idiot about it and said some really abusive, horrible stuff to the people, to myself and people who we was hanging around with at the time. He just had such a fragile ego.
Is this still the same person that we?
No.
Or is it a different person?
Yeah, maybe. But to be fair, this third bloke who was horrible, he could have been telling the truth. But yeah, you know, I don't know. And then the final there was this one dude on GTA who said he worked for the government and made loads of money, and I was asking him questions, and the stuff he was saying about didn't really add up.
Yeah, so, I don't think you can ever believe somebody that you like meet online, really.
Yeah,
because they always lie about something.
It depends what people are lying about and if it's believable and if they have a little bit of truth to it, or a little bit of proof. The way I see it, even if all this stuff that every single one of these people said was 100% true, I don't get why they'd have to be cocky or big-headed about it. And also, I suppose if they were just telling little white lies and they were a bit insecure about themselves, it doesn't really matter too much. But when they're lying about a crap ton of stuff, it's just a bit unreal. Maybe that army dude was telling the truth. If he was, then I'm a fool for saying all this stuff. But I suppose it's a little bit. It just seems a bit. I don't know.
Come sir.
Yeah. I don't know. I shouldn't care if people bullshit because at the end of the day, you hear bullshitters all the time, don't you? You know, constantly. Mm-hmm. So it's whatever. At the end of the day, people can say what they want to say, and that's that. And one last thing, Aaron, do you want to say about the streams you might be starting soon, or?
What was that? Sorry, lagged a bit when you.
I was just going to say, do you want to say about the streams?
Before you say that, I've got one more thing I want to talk about. If you got time.
Go on then, mate.
The new episode.
Oh no.
Who?
George flies that actual TARDIS. He gets in it.
Spoil it.
It was actually good for once. It's actually a good episode for once.
Oh, is that the one where the Dalek farts and lands on John Barrowman's head and goes, "Woo"?
No, that was the episode before.
Oh. I don't even know why I mentioned that, but there you go. I was going to say,
this one was
that is a horrific thing in chat. I hope you didn't give
What?
him his Snapchat.
Well, this guy put "Hey Kelly." I remember when I was 10 and I met this bloke on Xbox, and he kept asking for my Snapchat. Very strange, very weird.
All I'm going to say is with
basically,
Snapchat as well,
well.
you can just dox people very easily. Sorry about it, George. I was going to say,
Yeah.
Snapchat, worst place to talk to weirdos on.
So you should have done what you said. Said with the Snapchat. Well, basically, going back to what I was saying, so it's basically Dalek Civil War.
Oh, yeah. Oh, was that the one where there was some Daleks that weren't really Daleks, but the other ones were Daleks?
Defense drones.
Oh.
So basically, at the end of the last special, where if it gets spawned now, you're basically 2 years too late. But basically, there was a reconnaissance Dalek, which is basically one of the first to come to Earth, and it was destroyed by like these medieval people, cut into 3 pieces, brought back to life, and built itself its own new casing. Actually, if I'm right, hang on. I cannot find it. Hang on. No. So basically, add the Dalek with new casing, and then at the end, the Doctor destroys it with a toaster. Actually, no, it's a microwave. So the Doctor destroys it with a microwave, but leaves the shell there while they take the mutant and make it go into an exploding sun. So in this new episode, the government takes this destroyed Dalek from the last special, basically makes his defense drones out of it. They turn rogue, start destroying everything. So the Doctor calls the Daleks, the actual Daleks, to come and destroy them. So it's the second time this series that the Doctor has called on Nazis for help, basically. Because in the two-parter, the two-parter that started series 12, they actually went to World War II and basically got German soldiers to help her. Now, in this episode, they're using Daleks against Daleks. So that was a bit of a thing. When she called, and I'll just skip her this, but she basically called them SS Daleks when it should have been SS Daleks, really. But because Daleks are what if you think of Daleks, what would you say they were?
Sexual?
Oh gee.
Well, they're basically evil killers, aren't they? And calling the SAS evil killers isn't good. When really, if you look at like history itself,
I'm not going to lie, George. I'm finding it hard to follow, to be honest.
Yeah, I just zoned out and went on my phone for like the last few minutes.
Well, I'll just end it. So, Doctor brings the actual Daleks to Earth, and because these black Daleks, like the defense drones, aren't pure Dalek, the normal Daleks destroy them, and then the Doctor gets the spare TARDIS, makes all the normal Daleks go into that TARDIS, and basically destroys that TARDIS with all the Daleks in it. And then Bradley Walsh and Kirsten Cole lead the TARDIS. And now John Bishop is a new companion.
Oh, yeah, that's when John Bishop, he's out nicking people's tyres, and then the Doctor lands and he goes, "Come on," and then he just runs in.
What?
He needs somewhere to stash the tyres.
Isn't Jodie leaving soon anyway? Well, isn't she?
I heard some weird
There's a
rumours.
very big rumour going out from the Mirror, who has got things right about Doctor Who before. That
And
she has
no, George, wait, stop. I've got the next Doctor here, right? George, I've got the next doctor here right now.
Who, Barry Scott?
No, right on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a toothbrush.
And he's dead straight away. He died and regenerated into me. No.
Oh,
Classic. What the hell? Are those your Belle Delphine toys?
that's not a sonic screwdriver. But
That definitely is.
So she's leaving
Ooh.
soon, then, George.
Yeah. Apparently.
Oh, well.
Oh, James, have you seen what George is doing? Oh,
Aaron,
oh,
are you going to do some streams soon? Because I don't know if George cut you off yet.
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was going to get some university work out of the way, and then I'm going to aim to stream. Sorry, my voice. Isn't it? I wouldn't mind streaming maybe some FIFA, maybe some GTA, stuff like that. But I just prefer to do something for a laugh mostly.
Yeah,
I'll probably do it on Twitch to get our numbers up.
that's fair dues.
Because we do have a Twitch channel, but
I've got
we
a
never
video
use
for
it.
tomorrow.
What video are you doing for tomorrow, George?
Pack opening.
All right.
Yeah.
Right, what video did you say? Sorry.
Pack opening.
Package what video?
Pack opening.
Oh, fair.
Probably some of these or these.
All right. That's
If you
that's
can't
all
see
right.
them.
Cool
Crap.
beans. Oh, yeah, Pokemon. Fairs.
I saw one Twitch stream where this guy opened Yu-Gi-Oh cards that were like $1,000 each. The packs.
How?
Jesus.
That's man. That's next.
Why Yu-Gi-Oh isn't... Yu-Gi-Oh is like B-Tech Pokemon, I think.
Oh, George,
No,
do you want to plug your channel?
Yu-Gi-Oh sick. Yeah. What's George's
Okay,
channel called?
yeah.
DW Boy 14.
Yeah.
I'll put a link in the description.
Oh,
it's
thank
just
you,
gonna
mate.
make this DW Boy. Oh no.
Good
Oh no, because I searched for that Callum's Corner urine video, it's come up with urine DW Boy.
Oh,
What?
Wait, what?
Oh, we find some
No, don't do that.
bizarre video.
Just put it myself.
No, I've got the link now. I was just getting it.
Go on.
In this chat.
Oh, great.
Oh, I'll put
check,
it in.
Check the description for that then.
Oh, why can't I live chat?
Because
There we are.
Because we're now on the road to 100 subscribers.
I don't know if that'll work.
This is quite nice.
Anyways, I'll put it in the Discord as well. I'll give George a cheeky shout out on there.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Road to 100.
It's in the promotion.
Well, I think we can wrap it up nicely there, lads. Thanks
So we
so
have been
much.
streaming for quite a while.
I think this is probably one of the best streams we've done, to be honest. I think this one went quite well.
Yeah.
It's gone pretty quick as well. I mean, I'm not saying that they go pretty slow usually, but this is just flown by like mad.
And we got 8 views, which is the most people we've ever had on a stream. I know views don't matter it ain't the be all and end all, but it's really nice, you know.
Yeah.
Well, guess we can wrap up nicely there. As I say, any last messages, lads?
Sorry. I've just had a bit of news, Quinn.
Oh, go on.
Apparently, Kanye West has hooked up with somebody in the YouTube community.
In the what?
Jeffree Star.
Oh.
Kanye West is hooked up with
What the hell is... Did he just say that bloody Kanye West hooked up with Jeffree Star? George, what the hell were you going on about?
Yeah. Check Drama Alert right now. Go on Drama Alert right now.
George, this is some bizarre Keemstar fanfiction.
Well, no, he just sees something and goes, "What is up, Drama Alert Nation? Let's get right into the news." It's like, bro, you can't take this as fact, George, just because Keemstar put out his art. And we've gone to 0 viewers. It's gone down to 0 bloody viewers. Just because Keemstar Star says that something happened doesn't make it fact. I don't think Kanye West has had it away with Jeffree Star.
It's literally got. Did they hook up? It's that he doesn't even know.
George, you're not going to show some disturbing video, are you? Did you just kick him out? Oh no, he's left.
No.
How is this even news? I thought George had something interesting to say. George, sorry if you're watching this. Well, he's not because it's 0 views. But I've got some news. Kanye West has hooked up with Jeffree Star. Well, how is that news? How is that anything interesting? I mean,
Well, the thing is, he hasn't even watched the video. It's just come out, and
yeah, Keemstar could have said, "Dramalet Nation, this was a joke." He could have easily said that.
I mean, George said it. I said it was some bizarre fan fiction he had of George. It's just a video title. George, I uploaded a video saying George does. Oh, and I was gonna.
It's just speculation. It's in brackets with a question mark. Ridiculous, George. Absolutely ridiculous.
George, if you watch this video, if you watch it after this stream has ended, could you confirm to us in Discord if it is real or not?
I can.
George. Well, Aaron, that was George's final message. You got any final messages, Aaron?
I just want to say thank you to people who tuned in and people who stuck around. And that's a horrific face, George.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and see you then.
All right, thanks for watching.
See you later.